welcome back to my channel. So on this week's video I am going to be explaining and giving tips on how to write a personal statement for a teacher position. The time has come in the year of the teacher trainee's life when all the jobs start coming out. So it tends to be from January, that's when all the teaching roles seem to appear on TES. So if you don't know what TES is, I recommend you check it out. So it's basically TES, that is how you spell it, and it's to do with all of the teacher roles throughout the UK. It can be worldwide as well, depending on what you filter. So what happens with your teaching jobs while looking for them, as a teacher you have to give a term's notice of when you're going to leave by, basically. So if there's maternity leave, for example, if someone's moving on to a different position, you have to give a term's notice. So that is why January times tends to be the point, like the term before the next term, when jobs start appearing. Coming back from Christmas is also the time where all the teacher trainees start searching on TES, start getting excited, /scared, /terrified, and start writing their personal statement. So this video is all to do with if you are in that position and you are a teacher trainee and you are writing or trying to write a personal statement and have no idea what to put, these are my tips for you. I have broken my own personal statement up into 5 paragraphs. So the first paragraph, I have a part of that is who am I? Who am I and why do I want to teach at that school? Okay, so throughout the whole personal statement, I am including the school's ethos throughout it. So this first paragraph, I'll maybe have one of the school's ethos, or maybe 2 involved within the paragraph. But this first one is mainly to do with who I am, and why I want to work there. In this first paragraph, maybe if you've got a specific focus that you want to sort of tailor your teacher training to, this would be a perfect moment to sort of write, I want to champion SEND kids reaching those high grades, or I want to champion pupil premium kids, for example. This is also the point where you say why you wanted to teach in the first place. What was it about it? Was it that you loved being a student and you learnt so many things while you were at school, therefore you became inspired to do the same thing for other students in the future? Was it the fact that you loved your degree and you wished to teach others and inspire others into higher education? So this paragraph is why you want to teach, but that school in particular. Is there a certain ethos that you really absolutely love about it, that's why you want to work there in particular? Write it all down. The second paragraph that I have included, a part of the personal statement, is your previous experience. So this can be quite difficult when you are a teacher trainee, because at this point you probably only really had a term's worth of experience, and in comparison to someone that might have been a teacher beforehand that's going to your position, you might feel a little bit sparse and a little bit intimidated, but do not be scared. You will have come up against so many things throughout your first term of teacher training that you can write it all down. So for example, what have you done to help out at the after school clubs? You might have actually been to 2 placements at this moment, so you can be comparing and contrasting your roles and what you've learned from the 2 different placements. You can also go into past roles that you had beforehand. So obviously before I started doing my teacher training, I did a full-time degree, but then I also did part-time management at Lush on the side, and then I did theatre too. And the main thing that you're explaining, the reason why you're including this, is to sort of explain your amazing time management skills. For example, have you got something that's happened in the past where you can be explaining why you're amazing at time management skills? So this paragraph is all to do with previous experience that would make you an amazing candidate for the job. Your third paragraph, one that I have included in my personal statement, is all to do with success and challenges, okay? So this is the point throughout the whole personal statement you're supposed to be showing off. Not too much in a sense where they're gonna hate you, but enough to be like, wow, this person's good. Don't forget to include a challenge, okay? This happens with all job roles. You need to write something down that you're like, oh, I'm not maybe the best at this, but like I'm developing it. You basically need to turn it into a, what's the word, positive. Mine, for example, is the truth, the fact that I'm the biggest self-critic in the world. If a host teacher's watching my lesson and they've got some even better riffs, don't worry, like I know it already, sort of thing. Like I do tend to focus on the negatives sometimes, that I don't even look at the what went well list, because I'm like, no, I must do better. So that is, it's not a great quality to have, but I've understood that the more challenges that I face, where obviously teaching, you're going to slip up every day, there's going to be something new that happens, and I'm learning to deal with that and realise that I just reflect and progress. That is the main thing. So turn your challenge or your even better riff into a positive. The fourth paragraph is observations about me, so what other people have said about me. Obviously this will happen in the references, you get your own reference list as well, but other things that you have done that can explain to the establishment further about you. So my YouTube channel, for example, that's something that I wrote about in my personal statement. Things that you've also done, so other courses that you might have been on that have given you more experience. So I went on a Nature RE course that was really helpful to explain how to make RE more engaging and more fun. The fact I've got that experience I can bring into this role and make the subject even more engaging for the students. Finally, you're bookending your personal statement again with why you are right for this school, so explaining why you want this school in particular, really blowing their trumpet basically. You want to be showing that you really want to work there, why it should be you in comparison to anyone else. The biggest advantage of an NQT, realistically, you're cheap. You're a lot cheaper than like full-time teachers that have been in the role for a lot longer, so that's going to be great for the school as well, because they're always wanting to save with their budgets. And two, you've only just gone into the teaching profession. You are going to be committed to the role. You're going to be in teaching for hopefully years to come, so you've got a lot of enthusiasm as well. So they're real selling points for teacher trainees. One last thing to explain about your personal statement is that you, before interviews, analyse your personal statement super duper well, because they are going to be creating questions in the interview process from what you have written. Okay, so they might refer back to your challenges, they might refer back to your successes or your previous experience or why you want to work at that school. So be ready to develop those points a little bit further, because in the personal statement you've only really got around 1,300 words to write, so be ready to explain further in the interview process. I hope this video has been helpful. It's been a little bit of a whistle-stop tour of how to write a teacher training personal statement. Give it a like, comment if you've got more tips you want to provide to other teacher trainees or other teachers in general, and subscribe if you've not already to my channel to hear some more teacher training tips for all those newbies out there. Have a wonderful week.